Oh, Elheim, you've come hoping for news. I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything's exactly as it was. Stola is still investigating primals in the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alphino is still out there somewhere. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting? It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear message from the Eorzean Alliance. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, you'll be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having incessant intelligence provided by the Alamegan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. As the foremost authorities on our foe, your orders council would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us, by which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo by your leave. Somehow I doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at the meeting would still be better than nothing. I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? Oh, right. Just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear right, Real? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Being in Garlean territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in, so he said he'd head back as quick as he could and make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan quarter. Understood. Elheim and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. Okay. You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is a thirsty work.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamegan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with, no. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Well, okay then.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Loath though I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphino's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan, and Ishtola's in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if asked nicely. While you see to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations of the council to me. Okay. Thank you, Thancred. Right to Doma then. We have much and more to share with Y'shtola. Alright. And we're getting close to Shadowbringers! Exciting! Oh man, this week, we not only are getting close to Shadowbringers, but Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD comes out in 2 days. It is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. He still doesn't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well, 2 faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel, and just now he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. It would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than a liking to, I think. The sight of Omikote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have had for me I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon Aether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So the fact that they are objects of worship is the key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Yotsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. Form nourished through the power of crystals also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukiyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us, save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be perused in any report. Has something happened to Alphino? I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Y'shtola. I would be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Alize puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at Hien-kan. Alright. Greetings, my friend. Alize has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphino's trail does lead to the burn of all places. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of aether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that Primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The Burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphino might have gone there? Aye, this chance. Though it lies on the route to Galdemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alize. We have no choice but to take our search to the Burn. Given the considerable distances involved, it's best we went by bird. Elheim and I have our Yols. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce there is an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations. To the Burn! So have any of you guys ever played Final Fantasy 15? You know, kind of a side question here. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 malms in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. A little Final Fantasy 15, not too far in. Not sure you like it that much. Yeah. Well, I played Final Fantasy 15 when it first came out, and I was kind of like, it doesn't seem like a very good Final Fantasy. Like the combat's okay, but it could definitely have used some more work. The story is a bit disjointed. The world seems like it had some promise, but never got finished, you know? But I've heard that the Royal Edition's a lot better. I wonder if I should try it out at some point, you know, with all the DLC and everything. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. I was wondering if I had played it. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There's no civilization to speak of for 100 malms in all directions. Take care you don't lose your way. Oh, this is a dungeon. Oh. Hey, Karanova, you want to do a dungeon? Let's see. Okay, well, while you're sorting that out, a new ladder for me. Look. Waist, hands, and legs all need to be replaced still. Cool. The bun! All we need is a healer and a tank. That's all? All we need? I got my new pants. Match my shirt. Just saying. I should make a healer. I don't have any healer classes. You are. Like, none. I didn't even start at a healer. No healing. Healing is not my thing, apparently. Honestly, tanking is my thing. But let's be fair. This is what I like to do. But right now, I want to see more of the story. If I could play a healing class and continue the story, I would do it. But that would take like dozens of hours of work to get a healing class to where it can do the story. That's my problem right now. I'll just wait and heal when we get to WoW. Much people want to come in and watch me just do dungeons over and over and over and over and over again that I've already done before just to level up. Like, it's one thing to do them for the first time, and it's one thing to do all the quests, but then like just grinding levels. I mean, it's not like we get that many viewers anyways. Yeah, the jobs have storylines, but that's like, you're talking about like a dozen quests total, you know, like not that many quests. The job storylines are short, with dozens of hours invested to get each quest. I mean, if I was just playing casually and not streaming it, I'd probably just level every class up to max. That's just kind of my thing. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. Like, my big concern with it right now isn't necessarily whether or not I should stream it. It's like, okay, so let's say I decide to level up White Mage, and that takes like so long. And I only play on Sundays and Wednesdays right now, right? So I still need to finish Shadowbringers before November, you know? Like, it's a time issue. We gotta be ready for Endwalker. You know anything about this dungeon? The burn? I mean, obviously you must have done it, right? Is it just a normal dungeon? I got a new mignon. It's Callum! Now we need to wind up Forum to go with him. Hello, Callum. Are Paladin and Forum in this game? wait a minute. Now I'm wondering, Shadowbringer says Paladin and Forum. I bet you it does. That'd be cool. Don't answer that. Alright. Yeah. I'm thinking when we go to do World of Warcraft, I'm actually gonna like make a new fresh account. So I have like none of the minions, none of the mounts, none of the achievements. We can just do everything fresh. You know? A Taoist Moogle, huh? That's cool. We take bets on how long it's gonna take for this queue to go. On average, it's 1 minute from now. You don't like how they have everything set in WoW? Yeah, fair enough. Is what it is. Probably won't be till next year that I do it anyways. After we're like done with Endwalker. I mean, who knows when it'll be, right? Do you hate that you have to have so many characters for all the jobs? I mean, that's pretty normal. I can't think of an MMO other than this one, or in 11. Like, other than Final Fantasy MMOs, where you can have multiple jobs on one character. Kind of a uniquely Final Fantasy thing. But in the time it takes you to level one character all the way through the main story in Final Fantasy, you could like level every job up and wow. I could have max level characters in practically every job in WoW in the time that I've put into Elheimer. Like, I'm 9 days and 17 hours into this character. I could easily have multiple max level characters in WoW. In large part because you don't have to play through the entire main story to level up a character. Yeah. Not that you have to in this game. I mean, it's like, you know, leveling alts is like leveling other jobs, you know? You can just speed right through them. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's just instead of just switching your weapon, you log out, log back in as the other character. Okay, well, it's officially not 8 minutes. We're at 9 minutes. Even if you want to. We'll probably get a group, you know, any second now, but I am open to anything. I just need to do the dungeon. You want me to pull this out of the queue? I can do that. Do you have 2 people? Because like we're only missing a healer. Like, do you have people? Because I don't want to pull us out if it's not certain. Because like, yeah, we have it. We already got it. So should I accept this, or do you have people from your free company? What am I doing? Okay. Be interested to see how they make a dungeon out of
Make ready, friends.
white desert dunes.
Everyone, land where you can. We must wait out the storm.
Oof, sandstorm. The last boss is dreadful. Oh, fun. Okay. Oh man, that dang almost died there. Woo! Damn. Alright, first boss. Scorpion dude. Hit his head. Alright. That's pretty easy, boss. Okay. All right. Boss number 2. Okay. Boston's pretty straightforward too. Okay. 2 down, 1 to go. Okay. The first worm. King Gigas worms. It's a classic boss for sure. Okay. Final boss, what do we got? Hello. Ooh, dragon. Mist Dragon. Wow, first boss of Final Fantasy IV. What if he goes into mist form and then we have to stop attacking him? Testing something called Vaporize. Mm-hmm. I didn't mean to hit him. Hey, don't hit him. I know better than that. I was just being dumb. GG. All right.
There you are. Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I had begun to despair of finding you again.
Do you recognize the crashed ship over yonder? Mistress Alizé and I briefly inspected it. It is the vessel that bore Master Alphino away.
King of the castle?
But there was no sign of him, nor of Maxima and his people.
Okay, yeah, I got a bunch of side dungeons to do still. And trials.
War Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle. There may be clues. We should split up and search the area.
These were no ordinary soldiers. Over here! The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard.
Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphino is his prisoner?
Alpha is fine.
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions. Besides, Alphino is more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphino is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
Okay. Oh, that was decidedly uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Joking aside, I'd say our birds are due for a good brush down and a treat or two, wouldn't you? I had hopes to steal a moment's rest after our little outing, but it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it will be useful. Thank you. Let us return to my manor, then. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in?
Lise, what brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail? Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varys' blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varys' orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
Okay. My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Doma's defenses. You're welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Asians are concerned, not may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise. Even if it was on official business, I had hoped there might be time to show you the land you helped save, but I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say, and as soon as you have the chance to see how we're getting on too, till the meeting then. Elheim, I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go, in private. Go on, my friend. I will send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. Okay. Quests like this, where it's like we talk, and then they want me to walk 20 feet and start talking some more. I wish they'd just take me to the next talking point. Like, I'm just like, what's the point of making me ride over here? And back to cutscenes. Thanks for coming. Knowing you, you've probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Alize, she's acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. The Alize I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She's to keep moving, or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. The thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Populimo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance, and Alize has you and the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Nothing to worry about, seriously. Thank you, Elheim. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you need only ask. Well, I'd best be off. See you in Alamigo. Alright. Back to the other one. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone is assembled, so let's begin. Company action, heat of battle 2 is not.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, you giddy. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own. In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships, lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual, but something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the Burn.
Oh.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Azizlar was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the Burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Dorma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the Burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the Burn.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
A curious question. Besides Az's Law, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the 2 occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whether this road leads?
I mean, it was a moon. It was just had Bahamut in it. It was an artificial moon. Alright. Power in slumber. It is settled, and I will journey to Azim Steppe with the Scions, Yugiri and Hakuro. I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I'm no aetherologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use on the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins of the burn warrant attention. And so, while you are away securing an energy source, I will engage our friends at Garland Iron Works to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plan is to succeed. I trust there are no objections. Have care in the burn. Have care on the steppe. From what I hear, the Zayla like fighting with friends as much as with foes. Good luck. She's not wrong. Just the 3 of us then. Very well. Shall we make first for reunion? To the plot. So, this is the Azim Steppe. The tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until you reach higher ground. Actually, seeing as it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the Mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted. To these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens. I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
Cart. From here, we shall travel to Mol Elo, and there we may ask Serena about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Flaps is like, oh, he's at this part. I'm like, this part? I mean, yeah, I am at this part. Ian, Elheim, I am glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? This is a matter I would discuss with the Mall. It concerns not only the peoples of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. A shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul. And you need this to protect our lands. I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried, this northern crag? If that is your wish, in the mountains to the north there is a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside the cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There I believe you will find what you seek. Ah, yes, I know the place. It's a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on an alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict. Whether we will it or no, if we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Nama above all else, and to them the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are likely to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Nama, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may consider how best to earn their blessing. Thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the Mall may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape days to come. We would not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. Okay. It seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Okay. Confirm. Oh, I remember this place.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allegan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
So is this what's making it a wasteland and not this story of all these summonings that the Empire has?
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Interesting. There's some consequences of using that, maybe. You found that what you seek, then. Great indeed is the Duskmother's power. If not less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, but none so fervent as faith as the Dethal. Their consent shall be the key. The Dethal least spoke of them, a warlike tribe possessed of unique custom and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it will be well worth the effort. The Dethal fear nothing, death least of all, and our alliance will be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us go to Dethal Ka and treat with the Khatun Sadu. Yay, Sadu! What? Serena's excited too. Oh, man. I mean, it seems like Shadowbringers is going to be about fighting the Empire or uncovering what the Ascians are doing to the Empire and possibly changing the Empire in the process. And fighting the Empire. I mean, it seems like we're heading to Garlemald next. I mean, it's like the only real major place on the map that's left, right? Theoretically. The sheer number of masks that, like, Hunter guy had is impressive and scary. And what is going on? Okay. You again. Other matters demand our time, Kagan, unless it is a battle you seek. Alas, not. Quite the opposite, in fact. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power. Of course they do. They are the source of Nama's strength. To the Datharl, no place is more sacred, and you will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then. You will join hands with us. I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely battle with you, Khan. Okay. Not the Namda era ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself stronger, and you shall have the Datharl as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms. Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Khatoon had made her choice. Shall we dance? 'Cause I'm a dancer, let's go! It shall be a battle the steppe shall not soon forget. Already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself and wait me outside the Ka. I will gather my witnesses and join you on. This is great because, like, I feel like Elheim totally would have been at home here had she not gone off and become the Warrior of Light, right? She's even the right race and everything. This is Elheim's people, man. Let's go kick Sadu's ass. Alright. You're doing this out in the desert. Well, of course it's a duty. Let's go. 1-on-1, huh? It'd be so crazy if we beat all of these, like, gods, right? And then, like, this tribal chick just kicks our ass.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Han.
Han, that's right.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Quiet, Shola.
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Datharl. In the heat of battle, do our souls burn brightest.
Yeah, let's go.
We know the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Here we go. Come on, Sadu, put up a fight. You can do it. Sadu, come on. Oh, this again, huh? That's over. It's your mistake you think I'll fall so easily. Oh, round 2.
In death do our souls sing!
You want round 3?
In death do our souls sing!
Come on, get up again. Let's go. Yeah. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Round 4, let's go. Yes. Sadhu, sadhu.
In death do our souls sing!
Alright, Sadhu. It's over. Good fight. Oh. Really? Okay.
Oh, it burns!
She's not done. She's summoning a freaking meteor.
In death do our souls sing!
You wanna go again?
Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so!
Let's go. Get up.
Come! We have only just begun!
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever. Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
Ugh, these words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Insolent child, you will learn your place!
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
We're just having fun. Alright.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
How many times do I gotta beat you, though?
The mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this, but if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Oh, I gotta defeat Magni. Alright. Oh, I'm playing as Stola. Stone. Arrow. Heal. Aetherwell. Alright. How long does the damage over time last? Okay, like 15 seconds.
Bow down before me.
Your heal's pretty strong. Well, shit. Can I kill this thing? Bruce.
Heal or die.
Alright, well, I mean, our healing is so good, it won't be an issue, I don't think.
Mark well and learn. Concentrate.
Oh shit, he needs healing.
Kneel or die.
Hey, but he and stuff get hurt.
Down before me!
Mark well and learn!
Kneel or die!
This is in the bag.
Bow down before me! Tremble before the sun!
Oh, alright, let's just kill him. Why can't I click on him?
Let us be about it!
Oh shit. This took me out. I couldn't seem to hurt the hammers that time. Do I have to do the whole thing over? Oh my god. That sucks. Alright. I beat her like 5 times.
In death do our souls sing!
It's 2. Three.
In death do our souls sing! How it burns! In death do our souls sing!
All right. Let's get back to it. Defeat Magni.
die! Kneel or die! Bow down before me!
There you go. So this one's not even hurt it. I don't know why it wouldn't that other time.
Kneel or die!
Okay. Shit. Buttons got off the right buttons.
Kneel or die!
Some serious lag as far as like where you need to be to like not get hit by something.
Kneel or die!
Is it 3 times? There you go. I was going for the hammers again.
Bow down before me!
Really just go for the one in the middle.
Kneel or die!
1, 2. He's gonna scale the father again.
Bow down before me!
Yeah, like suddenly it's way harder to kill. Why can't I kill it anymore? Do I have to kill him on this last one? Oh, what is this?
Let us be about it.
I still can't do anything. I hope this protects me. Oh, he chained us. What? Every step you take, every move you make, the sun sees all. Now fall. Active time maneuver. Okay.
Ether, to me. How about you?
Yeah, that one attack just threw me off because it was the same attack, but it was like different. You know, it was like you couldn't kill it anymore. You had to go find that spot.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat. 'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
Y'shtola, why?
Are you my Nama?
Oh God.
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Oh, shit!
Little?
Little son! Little son! Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
Oh God, here we go again.
We have wasted enough time here. Siren awaits for word of our success.
That was good. You would not only to contend with Sadu, but Magni too? Such a fierce battle that must have been, yet here you stand, triumphant. Having passed such a test, they could not well deny you their allegiance. The Maul will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all of our being. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Serena. None of this would have been possible without you. Okay. Ooh, endure. Interesting. We have the requisite consent. 'Tis time to put Nama's power to use. If the aether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the ironworks engineers do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. Farm? I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back.
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
Okay. I do not pretend to understand what you did, Y'shtola, but you did it. Thanks to you and Elheim, of course. We have taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may have already returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. Okay, the call. Lord Hien is expecting you. All right. Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well on the Azim Steppe. Indeed, we have secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tataru and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at a moment's notice. You need only say the word. I thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. Which just leaves the small matter of our alliance. So, Yugiri, Hakuro, how fared you with our neighbors? My lord, all the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many responded positively to talk of an alliance. From Hingashi to Suinosato, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Just as we expected, then. Well, there is naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses, for the time being at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yugiri, Hakuro, if you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting, then. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Almegan quarter by now. Then let us not keep him waiting, shall we? Constantly teleporting across the world. Shoal has told me all, and I duly told Urianger and Cryo. Cryo in particular was concerned about Alphino, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own tasks for the time being on the condition that I contact her the moment there is any development. So that leaves 4 of us to attend to the council. Arnvald is here to assist with security. Incidentally, though, the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. No one missing Alphino, I expect. But it's almost time. As soon as you're ready, present yourself to the guardsmen at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. The signs of the 7th dawn. Welcome to Alamigo. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Cutscenes. Let's go. Shit about to happen.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the 7th Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino. in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the East.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea? Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the Shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, The plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
Oh, wait, what?
That way. Sorrow.
The hell?
History must be changed.
Who is this?
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
There's a voice.
Spies in our midst?
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
You need the warriors of darkness to combat the light being too strong?
Is it over?
Oh shit.
Master Thancred!
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called
Cold.
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul. That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian La Hebrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
The story took a turn.
To ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
Okay. I just tried to call Urianger on his link pearl. He didn't respond, but I dare to hope that he possessed some knowledge we do not. Ah, Urianger, something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. It was Urianger. He heard the voice too. In Thanalan? As we alone were afflicted at the meeting, I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt the Scions were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer with all possible haste. Alright. Endure! Look what this looks like. Ponder. Is this me pondering? Yeah, I'm deep in thought, I guess. I'm doing nothing. Okay, well, that's a thing. Endure. It literally is just my face. Yeah. Oh, alright. Prelude and Violet. Urianger agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of the others heard the voice, we'll soon find out. We'll find out soon enough. Alright. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seedseer, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know, alright? Promise me. Right then, let's be on our way. Took us automatically. Nice.
gods, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to.
Oh shit. Again?
The voice. It calleth to me once more.
Just him? Oh shit, no, she stole it too.
I hear it too.
There it goes.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Rianger!
Throw wide the gates.
No! No, this can't be happening!
Oh shit.
Y'shtola! Rianger! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Well, the Empire just took a backseat. New mission. Open the gates, huh? Only you. I mean, it seems like it would be the, like the Warriors of Darkness or whatever that are in the other world. Maybe. I get, Minfilia back or something. Forgive me, that was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, milady. None here would have behaved any differently. We have borne the two of them to a private chamber, but tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a like state in Alamigo? I'm afraid so, though given the circumstances it would seem best to observe them together. I'll send word to Lys that he should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus will we rouse them, no matter what. What we will, Lori, that we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Linthalaminsa. He's been waiting at the Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. Okay. Talimsa! See you, Karanova. I'm probably going to finish this quest, and I think this is the last one for this patch right here. As you probably guessed, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring him out to us. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can, and after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Yeah, like the little animals or whatever. We went there. We just haven't done them.
Here he is, my lady.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them.
Love me?
And for that, I am grateful. I don't know what I would do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Okay. Random visit to Gabu. Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me. Okay. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Ori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts, on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I'll begin reaching out to a myriad of guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Minfilia have a wealth of connections between them. I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much and more has happened in recent days, and some of it for good, some not so. But all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphino to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone's playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most, so I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Alright. That's the end of 4.4. Cutscenes? Yeah, meanwhile in the Imperial Palace.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly.
Think about that.
Oh.
Whatever you say.
Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
What does the Emperor think of this? Like, don't know over much about this guy's personality.
I should be the one to sigh.
Excuse me?
I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery.
Hey, look at this new character.
Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your
grandson
place in the simplest of terms.
Whoa! Does that make him?
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it.
Yeah, it's Solace. What? How? So he built the Empire to keep the balance between light and dark? Through force?
Oh dear. Have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read.
Okay, I'm really happy about this new villain.
I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
One second. Okay. I had to think about that for a second. Okay.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty.
Wow.
To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
Oh, wow. Wait, what?
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
What?
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine.
You just make a new body?
Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you, pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Meanwhile, at a resistance encampment somewhere in Eorzea. What is going on here? What in the world? Dead, all dead, yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. Damn them, they finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Girabanya, a gas, Black Rose it was called. To breathe it is to breathe your last. And that did this? I thought the project abandoned and its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools, what do they hope to gain for this butchery? Cannot see that a rule won through terror will not endure. How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters, the Ascians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Ascians and put an end to their plot. Okay. This music. Well, that is the end of 4.4. New title? Alien and Violet. Yeah. Alright. Well, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. But come back for more on Wednesday. We're going to be doing 4.5, 5, and 5.6. Finishing up the main story for the end of Stormblood and leading right up to Shadowbringers. We're still gonna have some more stuff to clean up. We got some trials to do, we got some dungeons to do, but we are getting there story-wise. Oh my god, I'm so excited! This is so good! The new villains, oh my god, man, like bringing out Solace and whatever's going on with these guys getting their souls sucked out, and this guy Alphino's with, we're finally getting to fight the Ascians directly, and the Empire and the Ascians. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, I gotta stop for tonight, or I will just keep on going, and that we can't do that. So come back Wednesday for more. For now, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. Bye.